All right, so now we are going to do the third option, and quite frankly, it's the one I use the most. We have our cable lock, and what we're going to do is we're going to put the lock in between these two parts of fabric right around the pants. So what you'll do here is you're going to go through your pants and check that these two parts pull apart. And that's what we're going to be putting the cable through. Now make sure that when you get to the back part of your pants, sometimes they sew a little bit right here. You're just going to kind of undo that stitching so that basically you can run the cable through the pants. All right. And then what you'll do is here on the part with the button, you're just going to cut this part open. You can use, I just used a knife, just kind of cut that open right there. And then you're going to make a hole over here. Make sure that it's only one part of the fabric, that you don't make a hole on the other side. It's just right here. It does not go through. Actually, and this is an older pair of pants that I was just testing things with. I would actually put the hole a little more to the right of this, probably about right here, just because it does make it easier to lock up and stuff. So put the hole right here. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take our cable, and right here where you cut it open, you're going to put the round part through it, and you're just going to run it through the pants. Just keep pushing the cable through. Oh, and what I would do is I did sew around this hole just to keep it from breaking open more. You can also put an eyelet here, but all you do is you pull the cable out of that hole. See, it goes in here where you've cut, where the button is. We've put it all through the pants. It pops out here. All right, and then tight. So you'll have it tightened to as tight as you need to. And then again, put these two parts together, press the lock down, change up your combination, and now these are locked on. And even if they undo the zipper and stuff, this part protects you from the pants being moved up and down. But as you can see, it's a lot harder to see from the outside that you have this lock basically in your pants. And then in order to undo the lock, what you would do is just open it from the front, and you can kind of pull this through and undo your lock. You basically put in your combination, press that button, and then it's really easy to open and close. Now, the problem with using something like an Ottolock on the inside of your pants is, first of all, you'd have to make this hole a lot wider and bigger, and you couldn't go through the top part over here where we've cut this hole. You'd probably have to make a second hole right here. The other problem is that this would probably fray your pants eventually. So either you'd have to repair your pants, or you'd somehow have to get some kind of plastic covering in the pants to keep them from fraying. Some pants, they just don't have any type of zipper or anything like that. So what you would do on these is on the front, you'd just put in 2 holes, and I'd suggest using eyelets, as a lot of times the fabric is more likely to stretch and break. You just put in 2 holes here, and 2 eyelets, and then again you can run the cable through the outside. Just like in the previous pants, you'd have this coming out of these 2 things, and it'd basically be inside the pants. Now, some sweatpants, some of them have, you've got a string and it's got a hole here and here, and the string runs through. Now, if it's on the outside, you'll probably have to make the holes for on the inside. Some of them, you've already got the holes here and here that the string goes through, and you can just run the cable right through it. Very, very easy.
All right, time for the pros and cons. So what I do like about this one is that it hides the lock really well. Most of the time I have absolutely no trouble hiding that lock. No one really sees it. It's really nice. Now, it is stronger than options 1 and 2, It's much more confusing for anyone trying to take off these pants just because you can't see it from the outside. So it is really hard for them to figure out how to get it off. Now, one of the cons is it might be harder for you or the hospital to get off. You can no longer just cut the belt loops. You have to either cut the lock itself or cut around the pants to get it off. Thanks for listening, and let me know what you think.